Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Nikke video, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about if you should play this game or not. And I've never really made a video like this before on this channel, so I guess this is going to be an introduction for if you'd like to listen more about this game or not. If you're someone who doesn't play mobile games at all but are interested in the gameplay at least, stay tuned. So, is this game worth playing? Let's find out. So let's go into the pros and then we'll go into the cons. The pros: there's a lot of content in this game at the very beginning. Now, I'm not going to judge whether the content is good or not. I'm just saying that there's a lot of content. So, all four of these things here are content that are already dropped in the game. The tower event, which is a typical, gets harder as you climb up the tower. Interception is just fighting a boss over and over, which is fine. And there's still some things I need to unlock. Like I haven't unlocked some things in here yet, so I can't judge it completely. But the rewards in here are quite good, and it's very similar to, if you play Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, similar to Dark Visions, where if you get a higher score, you get more stuff, basically. So it doesn't show it here, and I can't show you any more battles as I already did them, but there'll be a scale of like 1 to 10, I think, and if you get higher up, you get more rewards as you go up the scale. That's quite good. So for that, and then you have the Lost Sector, which is an exploration, which is very nice, and it's kind of crazy how they even have this, kind of an exploration with lots of good rewards in there. And then Simulation Room is a daily dungeon where you just go in and you do simulation battles, and you get rewards for doing them with granted buffs and things like that. You get buffs every now and then, so that's quite good. All four of those are quite good content already, and there's already tons of story in the game. Let's go. The story's already been all done, I think, at least for the first season. If they're separating into seasons or episodes, whatever you want to call them. But I'm only in chapter 7 right now, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm working on it. I only started playing a few days ago. But as you can see here, there's a lot. Oh my god, there's actually a lot more than I thought there was. So yeah, there's 16 chapters already in the game. You don't have to wait for a story. There's stories all here. So that's another thing that's good. At the very beginning, bam, 16 chapters of story to do. That's very nice. So on top of all the other content you can do chapter story. On top of that, you've got an outpost to build. So if you like building, building things, if you like managing content, if you like managing your resources, you like doing these roguelike upgrades, because there are roguelike upgrades in this infrastructure core, and also their cycling room. So there's also that. The synchro device is actually a very interesting concept that I've never seen in any other gacha game before. Mobile game. Let's just call it mobile game. But yeah, I've never seen this before, where you can actually, based on the lowest level character that you put on the top here, if you put more the 5 characters you put here will all be the same level. So there's no need to level up. This is very good for new players or people who are free to play, don't have a lot of stuff. This is very nice for them, especially for me. I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks that it's the lowest level, not the highest level, but eventually you'll get to a point where your lowest level will be the max level it can get to, and all of the characters that you have here will be max level up to where their cap is. This is very nice. This is a very nice thing here that they did already at the beginning of the game. There's so many things that are usually quality of life that are already in the game, on top of a lot of rewards, including daily rewards, weekly rewards, main rewards. There's also challenges in here and things like that. But the daily rewards, you get a whole bunch of stuff in the daily, and then the weekly you get a lot more stuff, and the main you get a lot of stuff. Although some of the rewards on the main slide are not as good, but it's okay. It builds up. And then of course the biggest part of doing Outpost is getting this here. So if you complete more chapters, you get more per hour. These are per minute. You get more of these rewards here per minute as long as you continue to scale, so it's very nice as well. And there's also an option of just getting the rewards, at least some of the rewards, right away from the wipeout. Once daily for free, and then you have to pay after that, but I wouldn't recommend paying after that. So that's also very good. So these are a lot of pros. Of course, you can build a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of things you can build if you find things from this story. you can build things. I've already built quite a few things. There's still quite a few things that I still need to build. So you'll be able to benefit from a lot of those kind of things once you get them built. You can find them through orange triangles in the story. They're kind of hidden in trees or around cars or something like that. That's kind of around there. And so that's where that is. So the outpost is very valuable. Make sure to get that going right away if you're going to play this game. Get that started. It's very important to get those outpost rewards, because honestly at this point, even I've only been playing for a few days, and already honestly I'm at a point where I'm just waiting for the outpost rewards so I can level up my characters. As you can see, I've already gotten 15k power after a few days of playing, but I think I'm doing pretty good because I'm someone who played a lot of gacha or mobile games, so kind of on the curve on how to do these kind of things. And plus, I've played tons of RPGs, and this is very similar to a regular typical RPG where you don't get a lot of good stuff early. You'll get them better down the road, because this is a PSA to anyone who is already playing this game. They're actually, and you don't know, because I just figured out like 2 days ago that there's actually higher tier than 5. You'd think that maybe like tier 5 would be like the highest, but no. It goes even higher than tier 7. So I would be worried of upgrading too much of this stuff. Like, it's an RPG, so you kind of have to use some of this equipment to get by, but eventually you won't be using a lot of this equipment anymore. But that's also an option. So anything above tier 3 you're going to upgrade. And another pro is, well, this may be disputed a little bit, but I think the rates in the game are pretty good. I have a lot of SSRs and I'm completely free to play. The rates are 4%, which is actually quite nice for the beginning of the game. Usually it's like 3% or something for most starting out. And there's also technically a quote-unquote pity store. It's not that good though. I would say that's more in the con, because this is called a mileage shop. You can technically get another copy of her. But it's like, it's a lot. That is a lot. 200 an hour. I've pulled quite a bit in free-to-play gems, and I still only have 111. The plus is that you can keep these things even if this goes away. Even if Helm goes away, you keep these items here. These are not specific to her banner at all. So that is a plus as well. As a pro, definitely a pro. So you can hold on to these cards here, even if this banner goes away, which is not typical of most games where they have specific things when you pull, you get them, and then when the banner goes away, that goes away. So that's pretty good as well. All right, so those are a lot of pros in this game. I don't know what else I can really say that are pro. I mean, the game only just started maybe like a week ago or something, right? I mean, it was in beta a while ago, but that doesn't really count. There's a lot of gems to go around. A lot of small adding up gems. If you played mobile games for a while, you kind of are understanding of how this works by now. Some cons, and I'm gonna start with one that's kind of on the weaker end, because this event honestly probably doesn't, in the end, probably will be forgotten about anyways. But so the first event, and it's already pretty hard for new player. Like, if you're a complete new player, you're not gonna be able to get very far. You have to spend quite a few days to grind and even do this, because this is. I wish I could show you that stage. Oh well, it's around 14k power to do the last stage, and it took me this long to get to around this amount of power, guys. So yeah, this is not so easy. And then when you go into hard, the last stage here, I can't show you because I haven't done it yet, but the last stage here is 46k power. Free-to-play players, or even people who spent a little bit of money, are not even going to be able to get to this far in the amount of days that are left. And how many days are left? Let's look how many days left. 6 days left to try and get all the hard mode. There's no way. You'd have to spend a lot of money to do this event. And for what? For a few tickets and other things in the shop. The shop isn't really that amazing. Like, it's okay, but it's nothing. There's nothing that amazing. There's some mold in here, which is decent, but and there's some tickets. These are tickets, vouchers, whatever. There's no Well, there is technically. That's way too expensive though, because you don't get very much currency. So I don't know. This reward's kind of a flop, and you would think that the first event of the game would be much more welcoming and open and saying, "Hey, this is easy for everybody. Just get the rewards, and this is the first event of the game, so let's make it really easy for everybody." But no, they made it extremely hard. So what's going to be going on for the next event? Is it going to be just as hard? Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll be scaled back a bit. You need to scale this back a bit because not everybody's as tryhard as me, and even I'm not even that far. So that's definitely a con. It's on the weaker end of the cons though. A bigger con is all the bugs. A minor bug is that there's a lot of these, see those red circles are on the screen? There's a lot of them that don't mean anything. Like, I'll show you, hopefully I'll show you a prime example of one of the main bugs that's really bothering me. See, the red circles are notifications, but a lot of time they don't mean anything. So, oh, it's not going to show me this time. Okay, so most times when you go to infrastructure core, it's like, it's notifying you that you got more of these things. It's like, I don't care. I know that I got more. I don't need notifications for this. And there's a lot of notifications for things that don't matter. For example, the day-by-day rewards, it shows you this one right here. It shows you got something. Well, this time I actually did, but most times it shows you that you got something, but then you don't actually get anything. So that's also really annoying. That's kind of a minor thing. It kind of bothers me because I want to see all those circles gone, but there's no way you can get rid of all of them forever. They'll come back. And a bigger thing is the friend system, and I think I can definitely showcase that in this video because I'm struggling with that. So these are all random people that I don't know any of these people, and look at this. And this happens to everything. There'll be one person maybe out of like 100 refreshes or so that I might get like 1 or 2 people that I can actually add. But this is ridiculous. There's no way all these people are full. And you refresh and you still get the same error. So what I found is I'm just posting it. I posted my friend's code on social media and I got some people to add me. Thank you very much for adding me. This is ridiculous though. This is a huge bug. You would think that they would, like, this wouldn't even be a thing. Like, what? Why is this a thing? So yeah, friend system is really bugged with adding people, because you need to add people. Like, the friend in itself isn't really that big of a deal, but you get social points, and there are some missions that require you to have a certain amount of friends to get, you know, points and stuff like that. So that's also a big deal. Another bug is that currently, and this was discovered recently, so you may not even know about this, because I just knew about this. Currently, if you level your burst, it actually doesn't mean anything. It'll do the same amount of damage as at level 1. Now the stuff that you get for the I believe it's still fine, but all it really does is just increase your power currently. So that's a huge bug that you'd think that would be you know, fixed almost right away. This is a main component of the game, is the burst, and it's bugged. So why is this not being fixed right away? I'm not sure. There was also a shop bug, but it was already fixed, so I'm not going to mention that too much. But there was also a shop refresh bug where you can buy over and over again, which is interesting, right? Interesting in quotation marks. So yeah, I don't like that too much, and there's tons of other bugs that I'm not really remembering right now, but there's a lot of bugs in this game. It would take me like another 10 minutes to probably talk about all the bugs. That's how many are. Let's just put that into perspective. There's a lot of bugs in this game, and they're just not fixing them. Instead, they would just randomly ban people for abusing bugs. Every time I log in, there's like some kind of notification for they banned accounts or something. And they're spending more time marketing and doing like this meetup or something. I don't remember what it was called, like a meetup or some kind of event where they're doing it in person. Like, why You gotta set your priorities straight. You gotta fix the game first before you start, you know, doing fan events and stuff. You really need to fix the game. If you have a smaller team, maybe they weren't expecting this game to blow up as much as it did. But yeah, so I guess I haven't showed you any gameplay yet. The gameplay actually is very good for what it is, a mobile game. For what it is. So as you can see here, the recommended power, if you exceed it, you most likely will be winning. There are some cases where you can actually lose even if you have more power. Most likely if you're playing on auto, but let's look at some quick gameplay here because the this video is already way too long at this point. Alright, I'm gonna turn off auto and we're just gonna play. So ignoring all the memes, but you know, the backs and all that kind of stuff, the gameplay actually is very good, surprisingly, and it's very, you know, interactive. You can combine your team's bursts. You can get some unique setups. For currently, right now, I don't really have a unique setup, but yeah, I don't have that big of a setup right now. But eventually, I'll have a better setup, where I can have more unique bursts combinations. And so everybody's bursts are different, and with certain combinations, you can do a lot of damage for sure. And by the way, if you're just starting this game, if you beat the boss, if the boss goes down and there's still other enemies, you don't have to worry about them. There's no experience points gained or anything like that, so you got to worry about to beat more enemies. So you just beat the boss. If the boss appears and you beat him, then you beat the game, you beat the level. There's no missions to worry about. You just beat the level and you move on. So that's the gameplay in a nutshell. Very nice gameplay. The bosses are very riveting, although I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried about the variety of bosses because I fought the train boss at least 3 times now in 3 different places. So hopefully there'll be more bosses. But yeah, the story is very good. That's a pro. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like this game or tried it out and you didn't like it too much because of all the bugs. Hopefully they'll be fixing them very soon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.